Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am here with the second part of the first chapter of Business Studies and Management. In my last video, I had talked to you about the meaning of management and also told you that what we need to cover under this chapter. So if you haven't watched that video, please go and check the link in the description box below and then continue this video. In this video, I will share with you the various characteristics or features of management. We will start with the first feature of management, which is goal oriented. It says that management is goal oriented and it performs as per the goals and objectives of the business. For example, if there is a target to produce 10,000 units in 1 month, then the management will arrange the resources in such a way that the goal is achieved and also motivate the employees to work accordingly to achieve the target effectively and efficiently. So, from this, we can conclude that the managerial principles and plans are framed as per the goals of the business, and management is a goal oriented process. The second point is pervasive. Management is pervasive, that means it is an universal phenomenon which is applicable throughout the world, and it is not only restricted to the for business firms only but also applicable in non-profit making organizations like schools, colleges, institutions, etc. So we can conclude that management is pervasive and it is a universal phenomenon which is applicable in every organization throughout the world. The third point is continuous process. Management is continuous process. That means management is a never ending and continuous process. The various functions of the management are to be taken up continuously in an organization. Sometimes it may be planning, sometimes it may be staffing, but something must be taken up by all the managers in the organization. So this shows that management is a continuous process and the functions of management are taken up continuously in an organization. The fourth point is group activity. In my last video, I had told you that management, when taken as a noun, refers to a group of persons engaged in managerial activity. So, here it says that management refers to the group of persons engaged in the managerial activity. That means management refers to a group activity. Whenever a group of persons come together to take up a target or come together to achieve a common goal, then there is a need of management. So this shows that management is a group activity and is taken by the group of persons. The fifth point is dynamic function. This tells that management is flexible and it is a dynamic function and it helps in changing the plans and policies as per the requirements of the changing environment. The various external factors like social, political, economical, or technical factors may influence the business, and the management have to change its policies and plans as per the changing environment so as to face the competition and survive in the market. So from this we conclude that management is a dynamic function and it is quite flexible and is able to change its plans and policies as per the changing environment. The sixth point is intangible. It says that management can be felt but not seen. That means we can sense the presence of good management or we can feel the presence of bad management. For example, if in an organization all the activities are being carried on as per the plans, then it is a case of good management. But in case the organization is having chaos and the employees are having confusions that who has been assigned which task and how to perform them, then it is a clear case of mismanagement. So this is how management is regarded as intangible, and this shows that we can just feel management but not see management. And the seventh point is composite process. Management is a composite process. That means management consists of a various of functions, and these functions are interdependent and interlinked to each other. For example, the various functions like planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling are to be performed in a particular sequence. That is, the directing function cannot be performed before planning and staffing. Similarly, the organizing function cannot be taken up before planning. So, this shows that management is a composite process and consists of various functions. The eighth point says that management is multidimensional. That means management takes into consideration a lot of activities such as management of work, management of people, management of operations, etc. So, management has to cover various activities. For example, it has to plan the various tasks that needs to be covered, and it has to assign those tasks to the employees. It also needs to take care of the employees needs and aspirations. Also, it has to take care about the various operations of the management. So we can conclude that management is a multidimensional function which consists of a lot of activities. Then the last point says that management helps in balancing effectiveness and efficiency. In my last video, I told you that how effectiveness and efficiency differ from each other. Here I am going to tell you how management helps in balancing between effectiveness and efficiency. Management acts as a balance between effectiveness and efficiency, as management tries to cover the cost as well as complete the target in time. It tries to achieve the target on time, that too with minimum of wastage. So we can clearly say that management balances effectiveness and efficiency. So these were all the characteristics or features of management, and in my next video I will share with you the objectives of management. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon so that you will get notified about my videos, and also share this video with your commerce friends, and also comment below what changes you want or what do you want next in this video. And also please hit the like button if you like this video, and thanks for watching.